All right, so we wanted to do a Q&A video. We've done, 6 or 7 vlogs now. We just kind of wanted to introduce ourselves a little bit more and make it to where you guys knew a little bit more about us. So we asked for some questions. So we're going to just run those off here and just start answering them. So the first question we have is, with homeschooling, how do we compensate for social interaction and spending time with other kids? So I'll let Aslan answer that one. What all do we do for social interaction?
Like, we do like boxing classes and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like where we get to interact with kids, and we have like other friends from church and stuff.
Yeah, church is a big one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very big one.
Wednesday nights, Aslan has youth group, and our church doesn't have anything for Bella's age, but she gets to go to her grandparents' church, and they have a really good program, so she's made good friends there too.
Yeah, and the boxing classes, they do 2 a week with other kids, and so it's a lot of playtime and stuff, so that's always pretty good also. All right, next question. This one's a good one because we're at home together all the time. How do we handle family squabbles and fights where we're all 4 together at home all day long?
Not well.
Not well.
No.
Yeah, some days it's not well.
Yeah.
No.
I think people just, they don't realize, like, most families aren't together all day. We're together all day, every day, just about.
But we try to make a point for everybody to have a little alone time just to themselves to do whatever they want, and they can read, write, nap, color, play a game, whatever. Just time to yourself, just to kind of relax and unwind a little bit. And
Yeah, that's pretty good. We all do have time to ourselves, and that really helps.
I have lots of time by myself, I feel like.
Yeah,
On Wednesday nights, I like being by myself at church
that's true.
and
Yeah.
stuff. It just feels nice to be away from my family sometimes.
Kind of go and do your own thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
but when we're not nice to each other, our biggest thing is we talk about the golden rule
Yeah.
and treating others how.
We
We
want
wanna
to be
be
treated.
treated.
That's right, and that helps a lot, right? That makes us think about how we need to treat other people.
Mm-hmm.
Hits you hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like other times it's like easier to just fight. Like, it doesn't like, the golden rule doesn't always like run in your mind all the time. So it's easier to just keep going, like fighting back and forth.
And some days you just need to have that argument and just move on. Sometimes it helps to just get it out and you go on. We don't ever stay too mad at each other.
It's only going
I think
on for a
because-
minute, and then we're done.
We know we're gonna have to be together the
Yes.
rest of the day and then the
Yeah.
next day.
And
the
then,
next day.
like, the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So,
So
we have to get over it.
Yep, exactly.
It's like,
All
suck
right,
it up,
let's see.
Buttercup.
Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. That's a pretty big saying here. All right. Let's see. The next question, actually, the next 2 questions are about fitness and food. So, Christy asked a question. How does everyone stay motivated? Nope, this is Cindy. How does everyone stay motivated to exercise and eat right? I would say the motivation's hard.
You don't
Yes.
stay motivated.
No.
You got to be disciplined about it.
Yeah.
I don't like to eat, like, the healthy stuff all the time, but it's like, I have to eat it and I'll grow. And I
And-
need it for my mind to
and
be
it's-
healthy.
We've realized how much better we feel
Yeah.
when we eat good.
It's better than going to
And it gets really boring. Like,
Yeah, it gets boring having like,
like
the same meals
since
every
we
week.
started eating that good, it gets so annoying. Like,
Yeah.
after a week, you're like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
like,
do this anymore.
You eat the same thing the first week, the second week, the next week. You eat the same thing every week, but different
Yeah.
days.
But that's where the discipline comes in, because the motivation is there that first day. You're like, oh, I'm going to eat good. I'm going to feel really good. I'm going to look really good. And then day 2, you're like, oh, I don't want to eat that again.
Yeah.
But you're like, hey, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I can
going to
feel
eat it.
good, yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
feel good.
I don't
So
want my
it's-
stomach hurting a lot. And I
Yeah.
don't want my head
So-
hurting a lot.
I'd say discipline. You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
For sure.
Make yourself do it. And it helps that we're all for doing it.
Yeah, we're all for eating it, so
So-
we all know the struggles with each other.
You know.
You just talk through it. We tell each other how much it sucks and how much we hate it, and then we just know we're going to do it. But so we just talked about the food, but the exercise part, it's just as hard sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I really enjoy going to the gym, and I like having, sometimes that's my only time away my only time to myself that day. So I do enjoy that, and I enjoy boxing and stuff. And April does the same. But kids, it's hard to motivate you to exercise.
The hardest part is just getting there. Like, doing the stuff isn't that hard,
Right.
but just getting yourself to get up and go is really hard.
I think
That's the biggest battle, is just getting there.
I've had days where I really didn't want to go, like really, really didn't want to get up and go. And once I did it, I took his picture, and at the bottom, I'm, typed out, didn't want to go, but did it anyway. Just to remind myself that I can do it. The next time that I think, I don't want to go, I can look back and be like, okay, I had this before, and I went, and I felt better because I went. So
yeah, that's a good one.
If I did it before, I can do it again. It's just kind of that is motivation, I guess, just to remind yourself that we can do this.
And they're all lying to you all about it being easy.
it's not that
because
easy.
They get in there, and I mean, there's days where they just have to push through. It's not always it's easy work, but to motivate yourself to push through the workout. Sorry, but now when I pull out the boxing mitts and the gloves, that's when they have fun. It's three little fighters right here. These are my bodyguards. I don't even have to be good at boxing, apparently.
I think like I have those on and off days where I don't want to go to the gym, but then those days I'm really excited and I do want to go to the gym. But most of the days I
Like
don't
the
wanna
night
go to the gym.
before, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get up early.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crush
Yeah.
this work down the shower, and then today it's like, I'm going back to bed.
No.
I don't want to
Yeah.
do this.
That was that one. And now the next one is, what are your favorite cheat meals? And we don't call them cheat meals. We call them fun food.
Yeah. Okay, it's like, you mean snacks are actually like meals?
Meals.
Or
Well,
either
if
one.
you have a food that you like that you look
Okay.
forward to.
I say Outback's macaroni and Doritos.
All right.
That's mine.
What about you, Aslan?
Cookies.
She likes Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
for a fun meal.
tacos and cookies are like,
Aslan's
Things.
lying. She plans her crumble cookie obsession throughout the week, so she knows which one she's gonna get. If you ever have a question about what crumble Aslan on hand right now,
She
just
can answer
text Aslan. She'll tell you exactly which cookies.
it. She can answer right away.
She probably knows the macros for it too. What about
no,
you,
I don't
Mom?
look at those. I don't want to feel bad when I eat it.
It's fun, so don't worry
I
about it.
just eat it.
So we have this thing where if 80% of the time you're really doing good and eating clean and what you're supposed to, 20% you can kind of relax a little bit. And so I've broken that down to like how many meals I eat each day to tell me how many meals a week that I can have that are fun. And so right now I get about 3 that are fun. Now that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to go have bad food. Some days that may just be like a big Cobb salad with maybe like fried chicken and blue cheese dressing, something that I don't normally eat, that it's still fun for me and I enjoy it, but it's not something that I eat when I'm trying to eat super clean. So but that helps when I break it down that way. So I know the rest of the time I can eat really clean if I can still have these, things that I enjoy that maybe aren't as good, but I still try to keep it in. But the one food I really can't resist is ice cream.
Yeah.
So I try to be smart with it, try to do it on days where my macros are really on point and I know I can, put it in there and I'm still not going to be too off balance.
Yeah.
And if my calories are under, I'll let myself have the ice cream. But it's hard to say no.
Yeah.
And I think everybody knows mine. It's pizza.
Yeah.
If I get a fun food, it's gonna be pizza. I don't need anything else.
That would be very hard to guess.
No, probably not. And one other thing most people that are watching this may not know, but I used to be very overweight, and April and I struggled with that for a long time, and we've both really had to. I mean, we've had to change, and we've had to get the kids involved because a lot of it is hereditary, and we've lost a whole person. So
He's too kind to say that I was also quite overweight.
so we've worked hard. We've done a lot of, we call it research. We're not research, scientists or anything, but we've watched videos, we've read things, we've studied things to figure out what works the best for us. And our goal now is to really just help other people, because it's such a hard thing to, number one, just get started, but it's hard to find the right information and to know what's best. Finn, sit down. Good gracious. He's protecting us, so yeah.
Protecting.
Yeah, protecting.
Big Q-tip over there. So anyway, so yeah, that's kind of a backstory to why there's some fitness and food questions there, because we are always trying to give that information out to people and help people. So that's kind of, I quit working corporately last year, and one of our biggest things that we've done together is try and help anybody that we can to help them change their lives, just because we know how much it's done for us, and what it can do for everybody else. So we love to help people and to talk to people about it. We're not nutritionists, but we've done a lot of trial and error, and that helps a lot too.
And the things we say now might sound hard or difficult, and I mean, I guess they kind of are, but we didn't start this way,
Right.
We started at a much easier point and got to this. So if this is something you're considering, don't feel overwhelmed like you can't do it. You can do it. You can, and like I said, trial and error. It's a big,
for sure,
what works for you, because every person is different.
And I'll tell you, one of the biggest things was I had some major eye issues. Like, I was losing vision, and my eyes were really sensitive to everything. And for 2 years, they had me on these steroid drops, and they really weren't. They were just kind of masking the problem and not solving it. And I went to a holistic doctor, and he was like, "Dude, you just need to clean up your diet." And I did that. I even went vegan for like a month, and that was miserable in my opinion. It wasn't great.
But that was really to detox.
Yeah, so. It did detox me. And after about a month and a half, I was off the steroid drops. I went back to the eye doctor, and he was like, "Dude, I don't know what you did, but your eyes are really good now." And it was all changing my diet. So once we realize how food can work for us, it makes it a lot easier and makes it better.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one. The next question. Oh, we got one more about fitness, and it's about the classes that I teach. So I'm a boxing trainer at Rock Box Fitness, and I work for a local counseling company here called Lighthouse Counseling, and I teach kids boxing at both locations, and I teach adult kickboxing, like fitness boxing. And I mean, it's high intensity. I just like training kids. Not trying to make kids fighters unless that's what they wanted to be, but it's more just self-protection. And the three of them, we train boxing every day. I even let them throw some punches on me. I think that helps to see what it feels like to really, it's so different than hitting a pad or hitting a bag. So we enjoy that. The girls like to help with the boxing classes, and they're really good at teaching other kids too, because they're pretty big on form. They know how important it is, and they know how to protect themselves, and they want to help. You want to help other people learn that too, right? Like, you want other kids to know how to protect themselves.
And kind of segueing off of here, like, that's one of the biggest blessings about homeschooling and living the way that we do, is that we can incorporate them in everything we do.
Yeah.
When we do stuff for our social media marketing, they go with us and help. When it's time for boxing classes, they go and help. So they see what it's like to go out and work, and what it means to do and have a work ethic, and just other things that most kids don't get to do.
You're stuck in a classroom.
Yeah, you're stuck in a classroom. Your parents are out working, but you don't get to go see that and do that. You don't know what that means. You don't appreciate what that means, and I think that's a gift that you all get to have, and it's just really nice for us to get to have every single day with you all. That's our favorite.
Cool. Yep. Let's see. What's the next question? Oh, now we've got some family questions. First one is from Christy, and she asked, "How did you and April meet?" It's a sweet little story.
It is the sweetest story.
I've heard it so many
It's sweeter
times.
when I tell it, to be honest.
We'll tell your
Y'all
version
should both
today.
tell it.
Okay, you
Yeah.
Tell your versions.
No, mine's the
No, we'll
better
just go with
version.
Dad's, 'cause that's sweeter.
So, I was working at the Buckle, a retail store in the mall, and it was right before Christmas,
It was Gigi's birthday.
Yeah, it was her mom's birthday, actually. It was December 15th. And so I was in there working, and this beautiful blonde girl with this white puffer jacket and fur came walking in. And I mean, people think I'm lying, but we had these inset lights at the beginning, at the entrance of the store. So everybody that came in, like, it shined down on you. And she walked in, and I mean, I couldn't think of look at anything else. And I watched her walk all the way up to the register where I was. And I don't know if you can tell by this video, but I'm a talker. I'll talk to anybody. I love to talk. And I couldn't say a word. I've never not been able to talk. And it was just, literally took my breath away. Couldn't think, couldn't do anything. And I finally got it out. It wasn't even like a nervous. It was just, I guess it was nervous. I just couldn't say anything to her. And so I finally got it out, and she was standing there, and I was like, I'm Ben. Man, well, I didn't even know what she needed. So I had finally started the conversation, and she was needing some shoes. And so I was so excited. So I ran to the back. She was, she wanted a certain Doc Marten boot and in this size. I went back there, and I don't even really know what I did. I think I blacked out in the back.
I don't think he looked for the shoe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't look for the shoe. Came back out, and I was going to tell her we didn't have it. But when I came back out, she was behind the register. And I was like, oh my goodness, this girl works here. Like, this is amazing. So I knew then that I had to shoot my shot and talk to her. And so, I went up and introduced myself, and we talked, and I told her that, I just started there or whatever. So they left, they didn't get the boots, and I went to the manager, and I was like, whatever you have to do, her and I are going to be on the schedule. I was like, I'll skip college classes, I'll skip whatever I have to skip to be on the schedule at the same time as her. And they made it happen, and I got to work with her a lot, and I think I just wore her down over time. And I didn't get much work done for the next 3 months because I was trying to spit game over here at her, and finally got her to go to a concert with me. And I think that was really all it took. We had such a fun time, and we went and actually saw Ryan Cabrera, and the opening band was Aslan. And that's where Aslan's name came from. So we had such a good time at that concert. And then we just hung out a lot. And finally, she went to Paris for a few weeks. And while she was gone, we texted back and forth. And actually, we called back and forth because there wasn't texting.
We didn't have texting.
Yeah, that's how long ago this was.
We had calling cards.
Yeah.
We had to call on a calling card. And so I only had so many minutes. So, like, one night I would call Mom. And then I'd say, hey, call my friend Ben and tell him I'm okay, and I'll call him tomorrow. And so then the next day I'd call Ben, and I'd say, all right, call my mom and tell her I'm okay, and I'll call her tomorrow. And so the very last night before it was time to come back home, it was my time to call Mom. And so I called her, and I said, call Ben and tell him that you all will pick him up in Bowling Green tomorrow and bring him with you to the airport because I'm really missing him. And I thought, what a long shot. He'd never met my parents.
No. Only talked to her mom a few times.
And lo and behold, when I got off the airplane, Ben was standing there waiting for me. So he had gotten with my parents and rode all the way down to Nashville with them, and was there waiting for me.
Was. That was a
weird Chief and I talked a lot of baseball because it was right at the beginning. It was like the end of spring training and beginning of the season. So I told you I can talk to anybody about anything. So we just talked a lot of baseball.
But that sealed the deal.
Yeah. And then after that, we came back and, started dating right then.
Yeah.
And then that was it. She couldn't get enough of me.
And that was only 18 years ago.
Yeah, so that's why there was no texting, okay? We're old. That's how that works.
Calling card did it.
I forgot. It was so long ago, I forgot we didn't have texting.
There was no texting.
There wasn't even T9 texting at that time.
What's that?
Yeah, I'll have to explain that after.
Phones didn't have cameras yet either.
No, they didn't. Yep, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Y'all are old.
So, was that back in like the 30s?
Yeah.
Like
That sounds like it.
2005, thank you.
Yeah, it was
Basically 1830.
Sorry.
basically horse and carriage time. All right.
You rode there for in a horse and carriage.
Rode there in a red Cadillac. Okay, the next one. Did you guys plan to have clones of each other, or were you surprised by that? I think we were very surprised because this one is a clone of April, and this one Come on, dude, sit down.
Sit down.
Come here.
Lay down,
Lay
Finn.
down.
He really loves to be included.
does.
Sit down.
And then this one is a clone of me,
Okay.
more so in attitude. The beard's coming in nicely though.
I mean, really, there's some pictures that I glance at sometimes and I think, I wasn't in that picture. I wasn't there. And it wasn't me. It was Aslan.
Yeah, it's funny.
She looks a lot like me.
Yeah.
I'm like a mix of both of you. I mean, like, I look some like a little bit like Dad and a little bit like you, but I look a lot like Dad, but I'm a mix.
You're-
out of
I think yours
How are you out of breath?
yours is more your attitude is like me. So we didn't really plan that, but I prayed pretty hard for two girls. That's what I wanted, and I would have been happy if they both turned out just like April. But I'll take one that's like me. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, look, you have a mini clone of yourself. It's
Yeah.
adorable. It's adorable.
Lay down,
Oh my goodness.
buddy. Lay down.
Hey, come here.
All right. Let's see here. This one is okay. So this one says, tell us about your decision to sell your house and live the apartment life. That one is strange for most people, but April and I had houses before, and then the last house we lived in, we had, it was from the 1950s. We bought it at auction, really took it all the way down to the studs, remodeled everything. It was beautiful. Such a fun house to work on and to live in, but everything was brand new and it was still going, things were going bad or going wrong, but the work was all done great. It just part of home ownership. And her and I just talked for a long time, and these apartments were, some of the nicest apartments in town. And we were here in Bowling Green. We lived about 30 minutes away, and she was driving up here every day with the girls. I was driving up here every day. So it just made sense to find somewhere to move up here. And I'm the least handy person on the planet, and I hate yard work. So that sold me.
Yeah, that's the biggest perk is, the extra money you have to put into home ownership to fix things. We don't have to do that. So that allows us to do some more traveling, which we really love. We don't even have to change our light bulbs that are up in the ceiling. We have tall ceilings, and so they come do that for us. Anything breaks, they fix it. We don't do yard work. We have a pool. We have gyms. We have a mail room. I mean,
yeah.
We like to be pampered.
And we live
We live
right
your
in
life.
we live right in the center of town. It's a gated neighborhood. We can walk to literally anywhere: Target, Walmart, restaurants, the mall. It's all within about
Movies.
a couple hundred feet of us. Yeah, the movie theater, the boxing gym is across the street. We
Pizza.
got restaurants. Yeah. So it's really
Gas station.
it was easy to sell everybody on it because it's just so convenient, and we got things that we want. Like the kids love the pool. We don't have a playground, but we have. It's a really safe neighborhood. We walk, we ride bikes around here. You all have seen us playing and doing stuff outside. Like most everybody that lives here is inside all the time, so we pretty much have free reign anywhere we want to go. We do just about whatever, and so yeah, apartment life is. We've been here for 5 years, and
What's your favorite part of living here?
Pool.
yeah,
Cool.
knew that was coming.
I would say the gym, but that's telling a lie. So probably the pool.
It's a pretty sweet pool.
Wait, no, I changed my mind. The snack place in the front office by the gym.
We have a convenience store that
It's my favorite.
is just for the residents, so that's pretty cool too.
It's my favorite.
A snack store.
It's basically like a snack store. It's got everything in
So
it.
if you're thinking about apartment life, or you're tired of a house and all the stuff that comes with that, shoot us a message or leave a comment or whatever, and we'd be happy to talk to you about it, because people have a weird, they have weird thoughts about apartment life, but if you pick the right one, we don't have any issues. We've got a good building, we got a nice apartment. It works out for us. So all right, let's see here. These bottom two, you read those two.
Okay, so for my friend Brooke, it says, how many states have you been to and what was your favorite?
I'll answer it.
First, we have to discuss we love to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've mentioned that in any of our
No.
videos so far.
So we just did the Gatlinburg vlog where we went there. That was just like a little last minute trip, which is really close. It's it's in the Smoky Mountains. It's beautiful, but we had never gone together. It's kind of a weird place. Like everybody around here goes there all the time. So we just it's just one place that we have never been. So, but yeah, so we love to travel. So the question was,
How many states?
all right. So how many states have you two been to?
We've been to 43.
42.
It's 43.
Oh, 43
Yeah,
because
'cause
of Gatlinburg.
No,
No.
you got West Virginia on our DC trip.
Yeah.
Oh.
so you
States,
are at
not
43.
cities.
Okay.
Dad and I are at 42.
Yeah, we're at 42. We're one behind because we don't have. They have Iowa.
We have Iowa, South Dakota.
And Nebraska that we don't have.
That's right.
But like we had West Virginia, which they now have, but we have Mississippi and Louisiana that they don't have.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So all the ones that we're missing are all spread out. We're in trouble.
Yeah, we've taken 2 really big road trips in the last 2 or 3 years. One, we did literally just about the whole United States, and we missed.
Okay, so we did all out west, and we only missed Montana and Utah.
Right. That's
So,
right.
but to be fair, when we go there, we have a lot of things we want to do, so we need a long trip for both of those.
Yeah.
But then we also did New England, which was fabulous.
Yeah.
And we somehow missed.
Missed Rhode Island.
We drove everywhere up there, and just didn't. I don't know if we
Missed
didn't
it.
think about Rhode Island or it just didn't work in our route. I don't know how we missed it, but so we'll have to go hit Rhode Island, but we don't mind to go back to the Northeast. But
Michigan, we have to do.
yeah.
They still have Mississippi and Louisiana. We've got
Have
our
we had
3.
Michigan?
I think we've been in Michigan.
No,
No, you all.
nobody's been
I
to
have.
Michigan.
I've been to Michigan. I went
Oh,
to
that's
Detroit.
right.
I hadn't been to Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
so
And
yeah.
then we have Alaska and Hawaii.
My
Wait, did you say Mississippi?
Yes.
We've been to Mississippi
yeah.
Hmm.
with Geeky, and then when we drove down through Nebraska.
No,
South Dakota-
sweetheart. Mississippi. No.
Mississippi's all the
Way
way down.
at the bottom.
You're thinking
Oh,
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah.
I
Um,
thought that was something.
So
but the favorite
They're
state.
basically
Geography.
Geography
You're gonna
is going
check that
well.
that we need to work on that one.
My favorite state.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite state?
It's hard to choose, but I think I'm gonna say Washington
Mm,
because I really like social studies and history,
mm.
and I liked all the monuments.
Oh, Washington
Oh,
D.C.
Washington, D.C.
I thought you were talking about Washington State.
I said Washington D.C.
No, yeah, that's not a state. That's a district. But
I don't care. I like it.
okay, we'll give it to you. D.C.
And-
is pretty fun.
I don't know. I kind of liked walking around there and like all the stuff we did.
All the
The
museums.
museum.
Yeah, the museum.
You really like history.
So now that we talk about that, what is your favorite state?
State.
Here.
Kentucky's
your
All
favorite
state?
No. Tennessee. I said Tennessee.
Okay. She may have 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah. I can't choose.
Tennessee's your favorite?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
All right. What about
it's
you?
pretty.
I don't know. I have a bunch.
It's a pretty state.
Cause I like Florida because I like beach. I like the beach.
Mhm.
I like Tennessee because I like Nashville. My favorite, I don't know, probably Texas because it has In-N-Out.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
No,
Vegas.
Not here.
Oh.
not here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't. Hey, we're getting one in like the next 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
She can't wait 2 years. She can't even.
All right, Mom. What's your favorite?
Washington State is my absolute favorite. It is.
But it's so
Now,
rainy.
I have
and
not-
You don't like the
You
rain.
know, but we've been there in August when the
Yeah,
weather's
there's no
perfect. Now, like I said, there's some that I haven't seen yet, but it is by far the most breathtaking state. I love that you can be in a big metropolitan city with endless options of restaurants and museums and things to do, but then you can drive for an hour and you're in mountains, and then you take another little road trip and you're at the beach,
Yeah.
and then you go inward a little bit and you can be in a rainforest. I mean, it's just amazing to me that you can have so much different topography and climates just in one little
Yeah.
area, and it's just stunning. And now we do like Seattle. kind of strange, but we've hit a lot of little towns in Washington and have met some of the nicest people.
Yeah.
So I have good things to say about Washington.
I would have said Washington State was my favorite until we went to Wyoming or Idaho, and they are so closely tied. I think Wyoming wins because I loved the Grand Tetons and Jackson. That was a fun experience. But Idaho, I don't want to say too much because it's so much better to go to Idaho with no expectations because it'll blow your mind. It was so much fun. So if I had to say, probably Wyoming because I liked Jackson and the Grand Tetons were pretty breathtaking. But it's hard to choose a favorite. When you've been to that many, it's hard to choose a favorite.
There is nothing wrong with Kentucky.
No.
We love Kentucky.
We do like it.
It's beautiful and it's fun. And
It's not rainy very much.
No, not too much.
Some of the times, but it's really pretty.
You know, I really like New York. New York State was fun. Maine was fun. But I guess if you had to choose a favorite, it's
New York State.
yeah. When we drove, we went to Troy and ate the pizza. Went to Buffalo and we did Niagara Falls. In New York City.
What's
like
New
New York
York, New York?
It's a city in the state of New York.
Really? It's cool.
Wow. Okay.
It's Manhattan.
Nice. We're gonna have to check off
Oh,
another.
it's Manhattan. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Then why do some people call it New York, New York? I don't get that.
It's just what it's called.
So nice, they named it twice.
Right.
That's so cool.
All right. What's the next question?
Brinley, she asked, "Why did we start YouTube?"
Brinley, good question.
She
So,
thinks a lot. Excuse me.
like I said, last summer, I left the corporate world, and we were, doing things trying to find things that we really enjoyed to do. We had a lot of time where, I wasn't working. We just were having fun and living life, and we just kept thinking of things that, we were doing as hobbies and that we enjoyed doing. And I had a friend that asked me to edit some vlogs and shoot some vlogs for him, and he and I got to talking, and it just kind of one thing led to another. I learned how to edit really quick and do that, and then also for years we've had people that would just tell us like, man, you guys should start a YouTube channel. You're strange is a word they used a lot, but I think they meant interesting. But our family's so different. Like we do prioritize travel. We do homeschool our kids, and 2 or 3 years ago, before COVID, that was, just kind of a not taboo. What's the word I'm looking for? It was just different. Like people just didn't homeschool like that, and so, and we're always doing things and going places, and we have interests that are different than most people. So we don't think we're that interesting, but
I said no one would watch us do anything in our daily life, but you all have proved me wrong.
that's
So
right.
thank you.
Yeah, I think for a big part of it, it's not even about like making content for other people. A lot of it is just us doing it for us. Like it's fun, we enjoy it, and it's kind of like today's home videos. Like we grew up having home videos, and you could go back and watch them, and that's really just kind of how we're looking at this. Like think about home videos from when we were kids. Like some of it was mindless. Like our parents just recorded everything, and that's kind of what we want to do. We try to record and just remember what our life was like in certain times and how we enjoyed things, and it's been a lot of fun.
Y'all were born in the 1890s. How were their cameras?
It wasn't the 1890s, so we're gonna work on history with her too. So. But yeah, so then the last question. All right, Mom, you read this one.
I'm sorry, where are
It's the only one that doesn't have a check mark. So.
we? Okay. It says, how do you see your faith play out in real life?
What does that mean? Like, how do you see,
How do we see
Jesus
our
play
trust
through
in
you?
Jesus
Very strong.
every day in our lives?
I think this last year
Beautiful.
has really changed. It's changed me, and it's changed my walk with God, and changed how how I had faith in him and not myself, because there's been so many things that have come up that like I couldn't control, and I've always been the one that wanted to control everything. And just learning to let it go and let him take over. And I mean, I could have never imagined that I wouldn't have to work. You know, like that sounds like a comment of privilege, but I mean, I worked so many hours before, and then, you know, by the name of our channel, it's hardly working. Now we're really working. We do, you know, we have all kinds of stuff going on, but we're not really working because we are just spending time with each other and enjoying. So my faith came out in that. Like, I thought I would work corporately and work for somebody else till the day I died, and that was a miserable thought in my head. And he knew that, and he knew my heart, and he knew that I wanted to help other people and just be with my family as much as possible.
So for me, I've always been a stay-at-home mom since the day Aslan was born. I've been home with the kids, and my comfort came from knowing that Ben had a good job, and that he had good hours, he had a good salary, he had good benefits, he didn't have to work weekends. I mean, just all these things that built comfort in my life, and I didn't have to worry about it. And I want to say that I gave God credit for that every day, but I don't know that I did. I think a lot of it was comfort in what you had, and when that was gone, it really broke it down to, okay, God, I need you every second of every day. And it changed my perspective to how grateful I am for every single blessing, and that our food that we eat, the electricity that we have, the family, our health, our love, every bit of it is a gift from God. And without it, I mean, we'd be nowhere. And there for a while, even I'm not going to say it was, easy from day one. It wasn't. I wanted to put time constraints on God. Like, okay, God, well, Ben's unemployment ends in 6 months, so you better find him a new job. I know you're going to do that. You're going to find him a job, so we'll be okay. And
yeah,
then,
like, God, my plan is better. Like,
Yeah.
look at me. Like, I have a plan. I think I can work
I
it
tried to
out.
do that exactly. And
Yeah.
at the end of 6 months, Ben didn't have a job, and it hit me hard again. And I was like, okay, Lord, our church, our Sunday school, I feel like everything, my devotionals, everything has been so good and directed at exactly what I need to remind me that God loves me, us, you so much that he has the perfect plan in store when you're focused on living a life for him. And so every day, that's what we pray. We pray for his will, for his guidance. We're like, Lord, wherever you take us, whatever we do today, let us be a light for you. Just God, keep providing, and we'll do whatever it is that you call us to do, because we know that's where our joy comes from, is from God, and from loving God and loving others. And so this has been just the best year of growth. How many other people can say that losing your job when that's the only one that provides for your whole family has been the biggest blessing you've ever had? But it's what it is. Life is good. God is good.
Right. What about you girls?
Y'all stories were so good. Not
Yeah.
thoughts out of my mind.
I can't think of anything.
Well, I say for you, Bella, like when we do when we're with the boxing classes, like she's so, like, she wants to help people, and she just has such a good temperament with the other kids and with other people, and helping them. And I think people realize that, and she may not even realize that that's God coming out in her. But as a dad and a parent, like, you just watch that, and that's what you see. Like, she's not like that most of the time. Like, she's angry a lot. She's angry a lot. She's a turd a lot. But then she gets out there and has that opportunity to love others and to work with others, and especially ones that have come from a different situation than she does, and she just gets in there. She just wants everybody to be good and to do good and to work hard
And to like me.
and to like her. She,
I'm very likable. Sometimes.
yeah, 30% of the time.
And Aslan has such a kind heart and is so willing to do for others. Like, Ben.
So, no.
I mean, there's not a time at church that she doesn't want to sign up to volunteer to help with, little kids and setting things up. She likes to be there early every week to just help. And I don't know, it's such a blessing to watch God move through our kids and watch them grow and learn to love Him more. And
Love Jesus more than anything.
That's right. So,
And my God.
hopefully this video gave you a little bit more insight into our family. And if you have any other questions or have, some other thoughts or anything that we can elaborate on, just throw them down in the comments below, and we'll maybe have to do a part 2. We already had some other questions that came in that we just put to the side. So yeah, I think there'll be a part 2 later on down the road. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
We need that. We need that help. We need to get up in the algorithm. We would love to make this like a real full-time thing. Like I said, it's just for us, but we have enjoyed, other people watching and getting something from our family, and just want to keep sharing that with you guys. So, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
bye. Okay, so we just realized that we have never actually introduced ourselves. So,
My name's Arabella. My favorite color is pink, and I'm in the 3rd grade. And an interesting fact about me is that I'm a Nike athlete product tester.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
You?
My name's Aslan. I'm in the 7th grade. My favorite color is pink. And a cool fact about me is that I'm really good at makeup and hair, and I want to be a cosmetologist when I'm older.
She's really good. So, I'm April. My favorite color is orange. And an interesting fact about me is that I grew up at a summer camp. My parents managed a kids' Christian summer camp, and that was a lot of fun and really different from a lot of people's lives.
And just note, it wasn't Camp Nowhere, but it's pretty awesome still nonetheless. I'm Ben, and my favorite color is black. Everybody knows that. It's the absence color, whatever. It's my favorite. And interesting fact about me is I have more than one tattoo of my wife.
1,000.
No, I have more than one of my wife.
I know, but you have like 1,000.
Yeah, I got a lot of tattoos, but most guys don't ever get a tattoo of their wife, and I've got multiple.
For the record, I did not force him into it.
No, it was all my decision. She's a boss.
I am.
That's why.
And then this is Finn, and he is 5 years old. What's your
He's
favorite color?
He is Ben's bestie.
He's a
Yes.
golden doodle.
He's also my baby. He
He's
acts like a baby.
really sweet, but has no manners.
And lots of energy.
And he eats a lot of food.
Yeah.
His favorite is cheese and croutons.
He makes you pay the cheese tax for sure.
That's
And tomorrow is
Ben's
Day!
Ben's Day. He's getting pampered. Hair,
Hair
nails.
did, nails did, teeth did,
Yep,
Look
he's
at
getting
them
it all.
pop
Really
cups,
nice.
toys.
He's getting it all tomorrow. So
Look how heavy.
we'll have to get that on video because he knows that it's his day. You'll see how he acts in that one. It's pretty funny. So thanks again for watching. Peace.
See?
Bye.